Um, hello there. It's Adrian, and you're welcome or welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Oh man, I'm gonna start this episode, today's episode with a simple question. Am I okay? Am I fine right now, this moment? And the answer is no. I am not. And oh god, that feels so good to say. It feels so good to admit that I'm not fine, that I'm not okay. I'm not feeling fine. I'm not feeling okay, and knowing that it is fine. It's okay to not feel fine or not feel okay or always be happy. In particular, always having a good day or a good time. And I think this is so important to me, and it might feel like a very insignificant thing, but it is very significant to me because I'm somebody who, I guess, I don't like to admit when I'm not fine. I don't like to admit it. I don't like to admit that I am not fine, that I'm actually not doing good, so with all the work that I've done, and with me getting to this point where I can finally, I guess, accept and agree and basically embrace me not being fine without feeling weird about it, because before I'm like, oh god, does me admitting that I'm not fine or not feeling okay right now means that I'm pathetic? And it's like, no, you're not pathetic. But I used to think that I was, but I am, of course not. It's part of this human experience. And now, having done a lot of work, I'm at a point where I can say that I'm not fine, I'm not doing okay, and I'm not happy. And I'm not like I'm not happy. I'm generally happy. I'm generally a happy person. But this moment right now, am I okay? Am I doing good? And the answer is no. I am not doing fine, and that is okay. And me admitting that doesn't always mean that I need somebody to come and rescue me or solve my problems for me. No, because I would rather solve my problems for myself. But I think there is so much power that comes with one admitting that they're not fine, and that's okay, and allowing themselves to sit in that sadness or that grief or that stress and that anxiety or whatever uncomfortable feeling we might be dealing with right now. And God, being okay with that. There is so much peace that comes with that. There is so much peace that comes with all of it, because most of the time I always try to, I wouldn't say, I guess, yeah, run away from my feelings and basically feeling that uncomfortable feeling. But now it's like I don't have to do that. There is no need for me to run away from that uncomfortable feeling or run away from anything per se. I think it's always important to basically always be able to create this space to allow yourself to simply be and simply exist and feel whatever you need to feel, and not run away from anything, and just sit in that and sit in that discomfort and admit to yourself that I'm actually not fine. I'm not doing fine. I'm scared, or I'm sad, or I'm angry. I'm dealing with grief and all these feelings, whatever it is, and be fine with that, And God, it feels so good to be able to admit that, and it kind of makes you feel better. It kind of makes whatever thing you're dealing with not feel like a big thing or such, like this big problem that cannot be solved. Because at the end of the day, I know that I can solve anything. I know that I can get through anything. There is nothing that I cannot fix, figure it out, or get through. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how big and, I guess, hard it is, or how difficult it feels sometimes to be able to deal with. I still know that at the end of the day, I am that strong to be able to deal with it and work things out. I know that about myself. It's not about words and me telling myself these affirmations and basically affirming to myself like I can do this, I can do that. No, I know I can't do it because I've overcame way harder things, you know. I've overcame way harder things and I'm still here, you know. I'm saying this from experience, you know what I mean? And I think that confidence and that resilience is even stronger, way stronger now, because I know that I can basically overcome anything, and whatever I'm dealing with right now, it's nothing. It's nothing, because I've dealt with bigger problems, and this one is no different. But just because it's nothing, or it's like significantly small compared to the other things that I've dealt with, it doesn't mean that I have to not acknowledge it or sweep it under the rug and not acknowledge how I'm feeling or how uncomfortable it's making me feel. No, I can sit in it and admit to myself and agree like, okay, this is feeling I'm not okay, and that is fine. That is okay, and I can allow myself to not be okay and not feel fine, and sit in that feeling and then set it free and basically let whatever be whatever, because I know that whatever happens, I'm gonna fix it, I'm gonna deal with it, and that's what I've always done, and it's okay. And I'm basically saying all of this to say and making this episode to just, it's just a reminder, you know. At the end of the day, these mini podcast episodes that I do are all about self-reflection, you know. It's about me doing self-reflection with myself and doing self-reflection about my life, and reminding you guys to do the same. And if there is anything that makes you uncomfortable, or you used to be like me, or you're like me, I mean not me right now, but the person that I used to be, and you basically have this habit of basically running away from things. Something feels uncomfortable, you try to sweep it under the rug, you try to run away from it. It's like you don't have to run away from anything, you know. You can just allow yourself to sit in that grief, that anxiety, that sadness, and whatever an uncomfortable feeling you might be dealing with, or anger, and just allow yourself to sit in that and then release it, you know. Release it and know and tell yourself that no matter what happens, you will figure it out and you will find a solution, because I know that I always find that. I always find that. I also feel like another part of me, I guess, sharing some things with people, and somebody close is like, are you fine? And I'm like, I'm not, I'm actually not fine, and this is what's bothering me. I'm not saying that because I expect them to fix my issue. No, I don't even want them to fix anything for me, because I've always done that for myself. I'm doing that so that I can just share it, you know, share it, and I guess also accept to myself that I am feeling uncomfortable, I'm not feeling fine, I'm not okay, and basically let go of that fear of sharing stuff or sharing things when I'm uncomfortable, when I'm dealing with things and not wanting to share with the people that are like close to me, because I think it's not good. It's really unkind, and it's just not right to have a close relationship with somebody, and every single time they ask you if you're fine and you say you're fine, and then you're not fine, and you know you're dealing with all these things. Because I know if a friend of mine or a best friend or family member that I'm close to were to be going through something, and I ask them every single time if they're fine, and they say that they're not, I would be really mad. I would be really mad. I would be really pissed. I wouldn't want that to happen, because I'm like, wow, you're really robbing me of this privilege of being able to be present and listen to you and see if there is anything I can help. If there is nothing I can even help, at least give you that shoulder to cry on, and give you that time and space, safe space, where you can express how you feel, and just be a safe space for you, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about. And I know I'm not always good at doing that, so when you bring it back to myself and giving people that privilege to be a safe space for me, now I'm trying, and I'm just learning to be more comfortable with that, and just telling people like, okay, I'm not fine, I'm not okay, and I'm not saying this so that you can fix anything for me, no, but I'm saying this so that I can just give you that privilege, because that is what relationships are supposed to be. That's what relationships should look like. It's not about you going through stuff and you hiding them, and I go through stuff and I hide them, and I don't tell you anything and you don't tell me anything, and it's like, is there even a relationship to begin with if we're all hiding all these very important things from our lives, you know? So yeah, that's it. That's really all it's about, and I have grown so much, and I'm really proud of myself for that. And yeah, I just don't think we should really be robbing anybody that we're really close to that opportunity to be able to share whatever thing that is bothering us, because why should we always share good news but be afraid to share bad news? Because I know with myself, I don't want somebody to feel sorry for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to share because I'm like, I don't want you to feel sympathy. I don't want any sympathy from you. I want empathy, but I don't want to. But I don't want you or expect you to sympathize with me. I expect you to empathize with me, and I think a lot of most of the time the thing that people do is they sympathize instead of empathize, and that's not what I want. You know what I mean? So, oh god, I feel better already just talking about this. I'm not even kidding. I don't even think no one is even gonna listen to this, but it just feels good. It feels great to be able to put this out. That is what alchemy is all about. Alchemizing whatever you're feeling, those uncomfortable um, things and feelings. Get it out of your system and put it out there and into something else, whether it's a performance in acting, your writing, your poetry, your music, a book, podcasting, a video that you put on YouTube, or an episode like this. That's what it's really about, and I already feel much, much better having to share this with you. And yeah, so, oh god, that is all I have to say for today's episode. I don't even know where this. I feel like I just said a lot of things all at once, and yeah, hopefully you got to get some value from this. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. I got to get some value from this because I feel much better after sharing this. And yeah, that is all I have to say for today's episode. I love you. Sending you virtual hugs and kisses. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode. Do whatever you want with this information. Love you. Bye bye. Take care.